Oh, you guys thought you could get rid of me? I'm back.
This will be my first sailing yacht. How hard can it be?
None of these other chicks are gonna go for you because you're 20 years younger than them.
Oh,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Below Deck Sailing Yacht Edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-captain. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
I'm so good right now because Below Deck, this is why I watch Below Deck. This episode here, that we were firing on all cylinders. The guests were out of control.
Out of control.
The crew was just hanging out for dear life, trying to make things happen. This is why we watched this show.
Yes.
We had a couple sleepers of an episode.
Yeah.
And we haven't even talked about this show since 1943 because it was off on some strange hiatus. I think they were letting us rest up before we got this episode.
But it wasn't just Below Deck. It was Maps.
Don't
everyone was off
Don't remind me.
during that 1 week, letting us dry.
We were drying up over here. Now we're ready to dive in and get all sorts of wet. And what an episode to come back with.
What an episode.
And it just seems like it's going to keep getting crazier and crazier.
Oh, yeah.
Judging
We got
by.
a new deckhand.
We got a new decky. We got a new Stu coming on board, I think, next episode.
I hope so, because Gabriela left, but I hope this new Stu is gonna rock Ashley's world because
And maybe Gary's. Maybe Gary's world. will be-
Gary's for sure, but Ashley deserves to be put in her place.
Yeah, and we'll get to it. We saw Daisy basically prepare Ashley for what's to come.
Yeah, basically telling Ashley, like, you know that the fact that Gabrielle left doesn't mean that you're gonna become a second Stu, right?
Yeah.
The new Stu might as well be a second Stu. You have to respect her. And you could see Ashley's face like, of course.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as I get the bottom bunk, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so it's gonna get messy, and I'm here for it.
I am here for it.
Yeah, these guests, we thought Erica and Chucky were bad. These guests are just as bad, if not worse, I would say. They're out of control.
At least they don't complain about the food because the food looks extra fancy.
Yeah, no, it looks fantastic. I feel like it's a different sort of annoying these people are. These people, I don't know if they're more naturally annoying because for some reason it seemed like Erica and Chucky, they were putting it on. They were almost trying to see how far they could go with it. This crew or this group of people just seems naturally annoying. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We'll talk about it. Before we do, a couple housekeeping items, all right? Follow us on social media. You got to follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. It's where everything is happening. All things Married to Reality happen on Instagram. The memes, the messages. We go live. We went live the other week, and it was a hoot. It was a real hoot. And
It was awesome.
I don't use that word lightly.
It was what?
It was a hoot. It was a good time.
Like a hood? Like a neighborhood?
No, HOOT. Hoot. A real
Oh.
hoot. I think probably short for hoot.
Like
nanny.
Hooters?
No, but that's a good time too. I think it's short for hootenanny.
Hoot what?
Hootenanny? I thought. What do you do?
Well,
What are you foreign? Do you not understand these? You not understand
Are
these
you
words?
speaking English?
Yeah, hootenanny. It's like it's a party, dancing and music. It's fun. It's a good time. No?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I'm gonna guess hoot. A real hoot is short for hootenanny.
Hoot and a nanny?
Anyway, follow us on Instagram. It's a real hootenanny over there.
And also for you guys, the foreigners who listening, here are some English lessons
I do it almost every
brought
episode.
to you by John.
Almost every episode, there's some sort of lesson to be had.
I mean, I give you lessons too.
I'm not saying I'm the only one teaching over here.
You mean learning and teaching?
Yeah. Anyway, at Married to Reality Pod for our word of the day. You'll find it there. Today's word of the day, hootenanny.
Hootenanny.
There you go. Just rolls off the
I
tongue.
still don't know how to spell it, but
I think it's HOOT ENANNY. One word.
but
Hootenanny.
that's not legit.
It absolutely is legit. You can take it or leave it. It's absolutely legit. Hootenanny. All right. at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. Also, make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. All you have to do is look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the new charter guest.
Yeah, this was kind of a layup of a smash it like it's hot.
No, it wasn't because they're hot. They're a hot mess.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it was a layup because it's just, that's an easy one. Of course, this is the hottest charter we've had all season.
I mean,
You didn't have to think very hard to get that smash it like it's hot. That's all I'm saying. Not a bad thing.
no,
Not a criticism. Not a criticism.
The obvious one would be smash it like it's as hot as the boob.
You're so right.
That would be so
You're
obvious.
so real.
And that's why I didn't go there.
A real hooter and Annie. That's what that was. Yeah. Smash it like it's as hot as these charter guests.
Hot mess.
Yes, okay.
Hot mess.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Mess.
All right. And last but not least, if you haven't left a review, please do. We read all the 5-star reviews on our Monday night pod. That's the main 90-day pod. So if you could rate, if you could review, it would be incredible. And if it's a 5-star review, we'll read it on the main pod. That's it.
Yes.
That's the housekeeping. Now on to my
The boat keeping.
Oh, the boat keeping. The yacht keeping.
The yacht keeping.
The ship keeping. That's about it.
Just clean your yacht.
You clean your yacht.
We did clean our yacht.
Oh, we did?
We just did.
Oh, yes, of course. Our proverbial yacht. Yes. Okay. Now on to my favorite segment of the Below Deck podcast. It is when we name the boat, okay?
And guess what? I have 2 names today.
All right, well, I got 3.
I have 3 too.
Ah!
But my third one is not as strong.
All right, well, let's go tit for tat. Shout out to Dr. Nipple. Let's go tit for tat. And you start first. You hit us with one, and then I'll do one, and we'll go back and forth. It'll be fun.
Okay.
So
Are you
guys,
ready?
Not yet. Let me lead into it. Let me ramp into it. Let me get people excited.
I'm going to have a sip of a beer.
All right, you do that. You have a sip of your beer. Guys, this is Boat Name, this segment. Not everyone can pronounce Parsifal 3 the way I can. So we look at the episode, we watch the episode, and we rename the boat based on the story of this episode. Okay, Teresa's got 3 names. I've got 3 names. We're breaking all sorts of rules on this podcast.
All the rules.
Because we said we would have 1 name, but it's not the type of podcast we are. We go above and beyond. So let's do it with our first boat name of the week. Teresa, please.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, did you not hear my ramp up? I just shot out of the cannon.
All right. My boat name is Another One.
What?
That's good, right? Because they were drinking so much. Another one. Another one. Oh, I'm done. Another one.
Yeah, so good.
It's so good, right?
So good. Okay.
I'm such a writer.
All right. Let's see. Where should I go
Okay,
first?
let's do.
All right. I'll start slow as well.
Okay.
So, you know this saying. Well, first of all, Dr. Nipple she's a doctor, right? She's a cosmetic dermatologist. So, how about what's up, Doc? But Doc is DOCK.
Ah,
What's up, Doc? Right?
it's pretty good. I mean, not as good as another one. Another one.
Well, I have another one, but I'll let you go first.
Okay. Number 2. Are you
This
ready?
has just turned into name battles. It started out just like, let's each name the boat. Now we're just battling. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Drunken Boob.
Oh, Drunken Sailor. Can I tweak it? Drunken Sailor would be a great
Well, I already
name.
used that.
You did Drunken Sailor?
Yeah, a couple. I think it was
Drunken Boob.
one of the previous charter.
Okay, Drunken Boob. All right.
Drunken Boob.
You're very excited about that one. Okay. Okay, here's my second one. As I said, the doctor is a cosmetic dermatologist. So how about Boat Tox?
That's good.
Boat Tox.
That's good.
Thank you. All right, and last but not least, Teresa said she had 3 names, so I'm going to whip out a third.
This one is not as strong, but I mean, I'm going to say
All
it.
right, finish
You ready?
week.
You ready?
I'm so ready.
Barnaby. Instead of Barnaby, like Barnaby.
Wait, instead of what?
Barnaby.
Yeah.
Barnaby.
I get it. Like SEA. You got to spell them. You know, that's the thing with these puns and these boat names is you see them on the back of the boat. They make all the sense in the world. You have to spell it. So Barnaby, fantastic when you spell it SEA. I think that's your best one. Yeah. Here's
Really?
my, Not yet, but
his name
of
is
this
Barnaby.
episode. I know.
Barnaby.
I get it.
You get it?
A, B, C, D.
Is it better than Drunken Boob?
I kind of like it better than
Is it better than another one?
Yeah, way better. It's actually clever. Okay, my last one, because we saw these guests ask for all sorts of crazy demands, one being the steaming of the clothes. Okay. Steaming mad. Steaming mad.
Woo! I just came up with another name.
Oh my God. Now, okay.
But
4?
it's good.
4? You're going to go with 4?
I'm going to go with 4.
I have a feeling it's not going to be that good.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
The steamboat.
That's pretty good.
Right?
That's pretty good.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's maybe
I won the naming battle.
That may be the best self-proclaimed winner over there. Yes. All right. The names are in, guys. Keep sending us your names. We love when you tell us and share your names with us. So you can send it to us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod, or I don't know how else. Email us. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. That's Boat Name the segment. Let's talk about the episode. It is season 3, episode 11. Gabriella has just left the boat, so tensions are a little high in some cases. In other cases, people are happy. Ashley's happy.
Well, wait for it.
Oh, I don't have to. I watched the episode already.
She's going to be like, where is Gabriella?
I know. And here's the thing. They were down 2 crew members last. Were they down 2 at one point? They were down Tom and Gabriella, or no? No, they were just down 1. Okay. So that's fine. I was going to say.
Just Tom.
Because this is a Wet and Wild charter, and they're down 1 crew member. They could have been down 2 if they didn't pull in the new decky. So it's good that they were only down 1. I don't think they would have survived this charter if they were down 2. But Gabriella left. Daisy, a little bummed, kind of feels like she failed. Maybe she should have stepped up a little earlier and seen what she could have done to keep her.
Mm-hmm. And this is where she's telling Ashley, like, remember, whoever comes in might be a second stew, so you will need to listen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ashley thought that, oh, she won. She's getting promoted because she said, oh, I feel relieved that Gabriella left.
I don't think that is necessarily a sign that she thought she was getting promoted. I think it's clear that she didn't get along with Gabrielle. So it's like, my enemy is gone. The girl I used to have issues with is gone.
Well, the reason why she didn't get along with Gabriella once again was because Gabriella was a second stew.
Fair enough.
That was the reason. If they both were second stews, or Ashley was second, Gabriella was third, Ashley wouldn't have any problems with her.
That's a good
Maybe
point.
until she started banking Gary.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. So everyone goes to bed. There's this little moment where once again you see Gary, I would say, flirting with Daisy. You guys can call in and tell me what you think. I think Gary's actually into Daisy.
Oh, I think they are into each other. However,
Yes.
I think Gary's gonna bang the news too.
Gary's going to bang the news too. Oh,
And didn't like Daisy say like, oh yeah, another person you'll be able to bang or something like that?
He's only banged, correct me if I'm wrong, he's only banged Ashley.
Yeah, but he doesn't remember.
He
so
doesn't
it
remember.
count.
So in his
Doesn't
mind,
count.
he's 0 for 5 or however many there's been. Yeah. So, all right. Next day, everyone's getting ready for the new charter. And Glenn's got good news. This new decky is coming in hot. He's going to be on board any minute. And really no time goes by before we meet Barnaby. Barnaby. Can you say Barnaby?
Barnaby.
You can say Barnaby. Kelsey cannot pronounce Barnaby.
She could not.
And it's fine because from here on out, I'm going to call him Barnacle. He's now forever going to be lovingly known as Barnacle. And I look at this guy, and you could tell me your thoughts, but he's like the Weird Al of yachting.
What do you mean?
Weird Al Yachtovich is this man. It is the hair, the face.
No, I think he looks like someone who has money and yacht.
Oh, you really leaned into that one. You have something stuck in your throat?
I was trying to drop the ch, but
Yes.
it didn't happen.
Yes, the Chaim.
L'chaim.
He's got a look. He's got a look, as Kelsey would describe. He He's got hair like Jesus, so it's going to be a no for me, dog.
She's like,
Do you understand that reference?
no, I just thought she called someone dog.
No, it's American Idol, early American Idol, Randy Jackson, I believe.
I have never watched the American Idol.
You should Czech Idol?
I did.
Yes,
Yeah.
Czech Idol was a thing?
Yeah. Loved everyone
Randy,
on there.
his catchphrase would be, "That's a no for me, dog." So if someone auditioned and he didn't like it, that's going to be a no for me, dog. So Kelsey, that's going to be a no for her, dog.
Ooh, okay. I get it now. And yeah, she doesn't like the Jesus hair. I mean, I'm with her. Not a big fan of Jesus hair, but he has a vibe. And
Sure.
I think he's into Daisy.
Whoa.
I think he's into Daisy.
I wasn't picking up any Barnacle vibes because they didn't really showcase him that much this episode.
You know why I can't pronounce Barnaby?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Maybe Barney from How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Oh,
Midsummer Murders.
don't know what that is.
It's a British murder show that's been on
Ooh.
TV forever. It's old. Me and my mom used to watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
Got it.
That was Detective Barnaby. I'm pretty sure it was this show. And it's honestly, it's this one town and they're just murders. It's a fake show, right?
Yep.
It's one town with 159 seasons and they're just murders happening.
Yikes.
And there was always this joke in Czech because we all love it. Like, how come there's still people living in Midsummer?
Right.
Right.
And was Barnaby the murderer?
No, he was the detective.
He was the detective. Okay. So we got Barnacle on this boat. Kelsey's giving him a no. Gary finds him good looking.
Does he?
Gary said, yeah, he's good looking. He's a good boy. Someone you'd take home to mom and dad. I think Gary was probably relieved that I don't think Barnacle is much competition for Gary.
I mean, wait for it.
What do you mean, wait for it? Who do you think Barnacle is going to...
Oh, it's gonna bring Daisy.
You think so? I don't know why you think this.
I think he will.
Okay. Well, we learn a little bit more about Barnacle when he's talking to Kelsey. They're cleaning the boat. And Barnacle flexes a little bit when he says he used to teach wakeboarding. He used to be an instructor for the rich and the famous. He once taught Obama and Richard Branson.
What? I heard it.
Oh, I was like, where were you?
No, I'm just doing the surprise voices. You know, that's why I don't listen to audiobooks because they don't do the voices.
What do you mean?
Podcasts do.
What are you
You
talking
live through what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm. But I'm speaking to you as someone who's watched
I know,
the
and I'm like,
episode.
what?
I know,
Like,
but
they're friends.
But why are you playing a part that you're not? You watched the episode.
Yeah,
There's no
but I
need to
can
be
still be
surprised.
like, what?
Okay, well.
But yeah, I
Teresa,
totally heard it.
Believe it or not, Barnacle did.
I'm stepping up so we don't sound like an audiobook.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I want you just to be yourself, and
I am being myself, but also we don't have any sound effects.
You are the sound effect.
Exactly.
I'm trying to have a conversation with someone who watched this episode with me.
Exactly. And I have. But I'm adding a little layer of sound effects
Well, it's a
that
little
we
confusing.
don't have.
It's a little confusing to me because then I feel like I have to explain to you, and then you're like, no, I watched. No, I saw. I was acting like I didn't. I'm like, well, that's very confusing. It's a whole different podcast.
I need to work on my sound effects.
We don't need sound effects. Your accent is enough of a sound
Is
effect.
it?
Yes.
Is it?
Stick with that.
Is it?
More than
Is
enough.
it, Jonathan?
More than enough.
Is it?
So Barnacle was this instructor to the rich and the famous, and there's a photo floating around on the internets of Obama kite surfing with Richard Branson. They were together on vacation, kite surfing or whatever. I wonder if that was the trip
Ooh.
Barnacle was involved in, because that would make sense to me. He gets a 2-for-1. He gets this trip. It's got both of these celebs on it. That's a 2-for-1. If he taught them individually, that's even more impressive. But either way, it's cool. It's cool. It's a fun fact. It's a fun or two lies, 2 truths and a lie. That would be a good one. No one would probably ever guess.
And as Gary said, he just hit the ground running. He didn't wait for anything. He didn't wait an explanation. he grabbed the sponge or whatever and started cleaning the boat.
Sure. That's
Great.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Love it.
So Glenn calls for an all crew. Everyone lines up. It's time to greet the guests. It's time to greet and meet Dr. Nipples and her friends and family. Did you see, Miss, I'm going to pretend I didn't watch half the episode. Did you, just for fun, just for fun, I'll pretend I didn't see it. Dr. Nipples, her husband, Chris, was throwing shots at Glenn before they even met. As he was walking up, he's like, that's the captain? That little guy? That's the captain?
Oh, I missed it. You see?
How dare you?
Okay.
You actually
What?
missed. Well, no, but see, that's why you can't fake missing something, because I want to know that if you actually missed something. So you actually missed
Maybe
this.
when I'm actually missing something, I'll wink at you like, what?
No, just be honest, please.
I am.
Okay, just
Guys, John does not understand sound effects. I wish he did.
that's not a sound effect. It's a lie. Now you're sounding like
No, it's a
Bilal.
sound-
Now you're like Bilal.
Oh, get out of
You're
here.
like, it's just like a prank I'm playing on the podcast.
Is it because I have a white wall behind me or what?
No, because you're lying to me
I'm
and
not
our
lying.
to me and our friends.
I'm not lying.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
what?
Sound effects, John. Sound
A
effects.
sound effect would be like mind blown, or like whoop 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 whoop, party time.
And I said, what?
That's not a sound effect. That's a question.
That's a sound effect.
It's a question with
Question would
inflection.
be like, what? And I'm saying, what?
Okay. Anyway,
Guys, let us know. Am I doing sound effects or what?
call in. Ring, ring. Call in. Ring.
John
That's a
has an
sound
old,
effect.
Yeah, you have an old phone. No one's using that phone.
Well, what would the new ringtone be? It'd be like some. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never turn my sound on my phone, so I mean, I don't know.
All right. Dr. Nipples is here. Chris is here. Everyone else is there. Daisy gives the tour that she's infamous for. And the guys, they unpack the bags. Apparently, big overpackers.
So many bags.
So many bags, which I can relate to.
I almost feel like, can the yacht even handle all that?
I think it can.
They're all over the place.
I think it can handle it. Yeah. But it's clearly a situation we've talked about in the past. We'll talk about it again right now. If I was going on a boat, I would like to think, and I do overpack, but I would like to think I would bring 2 bathing suits, a couple tank tops, a couple t-shirts, and some flip-flops.
But you don't have millions of dollars in your pocket to bring 59 luggage.
Yeah, I don't.
I wish you did.
I wish. Yeah. Okay. So the guests are on board. The drinks start flowing, and this is a particular bunch. Their
Oh
drink
my
orders.
gosh.
Their drink orders, Teresa. Bacon Bloody Marys with grilled shrimp and olives.
Oh, okay. First, Dino, the difficult one, requested bacon Bloody Mary with tuna shrimp.
What?
And I think he was joking. So then he's like, no, grilled shrimp. Right?
Yeah. That's not a cocktail. That is a first course meal.
Okay. Bloody Mary is one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the bacon in it, only if they don't dip it because it gets soggy. I like when they put it like on top of it.
Ooh.
And then some people do it. Like some just like put it on all over.
Like a bacon bridge.
Yes.
over
I
the
hate
bloody.
when they dip the bacon in
Yeah.
because I hate soggy things.
Yeah, but then doesn't the drink pick up some bacon flavor, which sounds amazing?
I don't know. I just hate the sogginess. So
Okay.
I
hate soggy bacon. So that's one drink order. The next drink order is a transfusion, okay? Which I had to look up. Vodka, ginger ale, and grape juice.
And as Daisy said, in Europe, we don't drink grape juice. We drink wine, bitches.
Oh, the alcoholic version. The adult version of grape
Yeah,
juice.
we have like, I think some people might have grape soda, but we don't really do that shit.
No, grape is one of the hardest flavors, I think, to recreate in a candy form or a soda. It doesn't taste like grape.
Like I have never had a grape juice in my life.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You've never had sparkling grape juice when you were young and couldn't drink champagne. Yeah, you were in Europe. You were drinking champagne out of the womb.
Of course.
Who am I talking to? Yeah, grape juice is okay. It's fun. It's a fun drink. I would never demand it the way this man did.
We have a fake champagne in Czech. It's for kids.
Yes.
It's called Robbie Bubble. It's
Yes.
called what do you call the top of the champagne that pops?
Cork.
We call it the fast cork.
Oh, I have a feeling could be grape juice, sparkling
I think
grape
there
juice.
may have been a grape flavor, but I used to like the green apple.
Yeah. Okay. Drinks come out, and already these guests are complaining. The size of the shrimp, it's not large enough. The amount of bacon,
It's not a jumbo shrimp.
it's not enough. Yeah.
Like we don't
Love the
we don't
oxymoron.
overfeed our shrimp in Europe. We let
they're
them
not-
we let them be themselves.
We don't put steroids and all other GMOs in these shrimp.
Honestly, I hate jumbo shrimp. I hate it because I do like having shrimp once in a while, but I like the little shrimp. You have a little piece, you absorb it. Fucking jumbo shrimp.
Cocktail shrimp.
Who's supposed to eat that? It's huge.
That's out of control.
It's huge. I
control.
cannot stand jumbo shrimp.
Tell me
Where
if
do
you,
you even get that?
I don't know.
Where do they live?
I don't know.
And like a jumbo sea?
Yeah, Costco maybe. Like everything.
Like how do you make them jumbo? Why are they so big?
You're asking
so
a lot
many
of
questions.
Teresa, you're asking a lot of good questions. I don't have the answers to them.
Yeah, we let our shrimp be themselves.
All
in
natural
Europe.
shrimp.
Yeah, just
It's
be
okay.
yourself.
It's okay to be a shrimp. I think you get a complex when someone calls you a shrimp. You feel like, oh, maybe I need to start
I
working
call
out.
you a shrimp I call you shrimp all the time.
The way I said.
John, the way John sits on the couch and works, he looks like shrimp.
Okay. Tell me if you pick up, speaking of looking like, if you get this reference. One of the guests, maybe Dino, because it's not, you said one of them is
Dino
Dino.
is an asshole,
Okay.
but sure.
He's got Mark Cuban face. And what I mean by this
It's not
is
Dino.
he's got this look like he's judging you for being stupid.
Okay, that's Dino.
Yeah. You know what? Like on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban just looks at you. I'm not investing in this bullshit, this vitamin supplement. I don't buy this. What he and he just looks at you like you're an idiot. That's what this guy has on his face. I'm going to call it Mark Cuban face.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't pick up on it, but I'll take a look.
Take a look. I'll send you a link. So Ashley gets to work unpacking the 352 suitcases, having to decide, do I steam or not to steam?
Well,
That's the question.
they requested it. They said they want all their clothes
Yeah.
to be steamed.
That would take the entire charter. The length of the entire charter.
I mean, she's been steaming. There was like 90 minutes of steaming, and she keeps going.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Steaming mad would be a great
Speaking
podium.
of steaming, I want to get a steamer. I talked to my friend. She said, girl, forget about iron. Steamer.
Really?
That's the shit.
I've tried the trick where you hang the clothes in the shower.
No, I talk to my friend. I'm a big on cleaning and cleaning supplies. And me and my friend were obsessed. And most of the time we talk about cleaning products, how we clean and what's new.
Oh,
Please.
sorry. Fell
And
asleep
she
fell asleep
said
for a
that
second, Teresa.
steaming clothes is the bomb.
Cool.
You're welcome, people.
Cool. So Gary and Barnacle, they're busy setting up lounge chairs for everyone. And once again, these guests, right? They just natural complainers, I think, because they're like, I need a new drink. My ice is melting too quickly. So can I please get a new drink? Maybe you're just drinking it too slowly.
I mean, just think about it. Yes, they're too much, but at the end of the day, they paid for all that.
Yeah. And,
So
yeah. Now they're being
not that
pains
I
in
would
the asses.
act like that, but they paid for it.
Other guests paid for it too, and they didn't act.
Well,
like
they were
assholes.
nice people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just because you paid for something doesn't mean you have to be a jerk.
No, but you can. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate
And you
thing.
could be a jerk when you get something for free. Doesn't mean you should be.
Very
Just be a
true.
nice person.
Yeah, well,
Be a nice person, especially because you're on TV. I mean, don't be because we want to watch this madness.
I'm loving this charter.
Yeah.
Finally, like I loved the nice people. I loved. She was a vegan and her like
Yes.
family. She was so sweet. Everyone was so sweet.
It was just so
She gave
boring,
a huge
yeah.
tip. Before that, it was also like some family.
Yeah.
Everyone was so nice, but it's like we're watching like.
It's how we feel about when we talk about 90 Day Fiancé. The couples where they're actually in love and there's no drama, it's nice to see for an episode or two, but then
Get out.
Give me some drama. Give me some drama. So there's a lot going on. Glenn is very smart because he goes, guys, we have a breeze. We got a little breeze going right here. We should try to sail. Because you remember the last couple of charters, there was no breeze. They couldn't sail. And it's smart because he knows, let's get some sailing in. This is the charter that if we don't sail, is going to complain about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So they start sailing and the dolphins next to the boat, right? Everyone fell asleep.
Everyone's passed out.
Everyone's passed out.
I think Teresa was talking about cleaning to them or something because they just passed out. They were out cold.
My cleaning is interesting.
Okay.
It's because you don't do it, you don't get it.
Okay. But yeah, they're passed out. And let me say, I didn't think about it until this moment. Great tactic to deal with unruly guests. Overserve them. And I know that's probably illegal. So any law enforcement listening to this podcast, first of all, it's international water, so anything goes, right? But overserve them. They ask for a drink, make it a double. Get them drunk and they'll pass out and you don't have to deal with them anymore.
I guess.
You don't like that idea?
Well, for me, like if it was me and I was drinking something, I would expect certain flavor. If it was, let's say, too vodka-ish, I would send it back.
True. That's true. They would definitely complain.
You still want your drink.
That's true. So they finally wake up, the guests do. What do you know? Thirsty again. But now we're switching to a nice non-alcoholic cold Heineken Zero.
Oh, I missed that.
Dino requested the Heineken Zero.
Ooh.
Right? Waste of calories.
I saw him requesting a beer. I didn't know it was the Heineken Zero.
Waste of calories. Smart move. You're going to try to sober up. You're in the sun. You want to last.
I mean, we were serving, I think it was Heineken Zero at our Friday night dinner before our wedding.
But we were serving it because of
My dad.
health reasons. Your dad couldn't drink alcohol.
Yeah, and then we turned around and some of our drunk friends were just like chugging those beers.
Our drunkest friends were drinking Heineken Zeros not because they were trying to sober. Well, not because they were too drunk and didn't realize, but because they realized they were so drunk. They were like, I need to look like I'm drinking beer, but not drink beer. So there's a time and a place. But I don't know. I would be drinking it on a yacht if it was me.
Yeah, I'd just get the regular Heineken.
Get a Corona, get a Heineken. We're having fun here. So Gary and Colin, they're talking about the new stew.
And do you hear Gary goes like, yeah, I'm not going near Ashley. She's too desperate.
Yeah, that's...
Yes.
Come on.
And Colin is like, yeah, too desperate.
No, Gary's into Daisy. That's the bottom line. And he should
be, yeah.
And it's this immature flirting that you do when you're in middle school. And I think maybe because Gary has some sort of arrested development, that is his game. Maybe that's what he is comfortable with, is this immature middle school style flirting. But yeah, he's into Daisy. Come on. And let's see, when the new stew comes on board, maybe it'll change.
Oh, it will change.
And Teresa thinks it's going to change. But until then, yeah, I think Ashley is old news. Daisy's the one. Daisy's the one. So, all right. Give a shout out to Barnacle, I guess. Gary said he's doing a good job. The crew seems to like him. That's it, though. We don't see much more of him, I feel like.
Yeah, we see him in the previews, and I'm excited to see him in the hanging out with the team kind of a situation.
Yeah, will he mesh?
Listen up, yeah.
Will he mesh? Will he, get involved with a lady? Because that's always exciting. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he was a little shy, kind of just there to do his job, which is fine. That's how Kelsey seemed to us in the beginning of this season, was just, she's a worker and that's it. And that's what Barnacle is at this point.
Well, speaking of Kelsey, Gary was not happy with her. He's like, she's so slow. Complaining to Glenn about her.
Yeah, that was a little bit later, right? When she was trying to set up the boat, the water sports. Yeah, a little slow. She beats to her own drum. She ticks to her own clock. She lives in her own world. It's Kelsey.
Yeah.
Sounds like the theme song to her own show. She beats to her own drum. She ticks to her own clock. She lives in her own world. She's Kelsey. That's her theme
Okay.
song. But meanwhile, the guests, they're in the hot tub, the drinks are flowing, and they start talking about dinner. And they haven't really figured out when they want to have dinner. Do we want to have it at 9? Do we want to have it at 10:30? I don't know, but I'm hungry now, so maybe some clams casino, maybe some oysters. Don't you dare bring me some pita bread and veggies. I want oysters, right? They're very demanding, very particular. And to me, that's a late dinner. If you're going to do a 10:30 dinner, that's a late dinner. But we are in Spain here. It isn't normal. I think the latest we've ever eaten was when we were in Barcelona.
That's true.
So they're leaning 10:30. Daisy's like, I don't know. I'm gonna shoot for 10, and we'll see what happens.
Well, 10 o'clock. Everyone's sleeping. So dinner will be at 10:30.
So they're gonna push dinner back to 10:30. Cut to 10:15. The guests finally show some life, some signs of life, right? Before we get into dinner, because we'll get into dinner soon. This is when things really start to heat up. I need to take a break. I need to get a drink. Okay, if we're gonna continue down this.
Alcoholic.
If we're going to continue down this path of Dr. Nipples and her crew, I'm going to need myself a cocktail. Nothing fancy.
Just put the real shrimp in your cocktail, John.
It's not going to be a Bloody Mary with 2 slices of bacon and a jumbo shrimp.
I wish we had a Bloody Mary.
It's not even going to be a transfusion. Okay, I'm going to go get myself a cold Miller Lite.
Not an ad.
Not a sponsor. I wish it was. And we'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Ahoy, Jonathan.
Oh, Teresa. Welcome back. And I see you're too good for a cold Miller Lite. You're like, they're not a sponsor? We're not drinking it anymore.
I'm drinking my rooster wine.
That cold rosé. Yeah, you're a little fancy. You're being a little fancy.
A little fancy.
So let's get to dinner here because the guests all sit down and now we know. Okay, now we know why this episode was titled, why this episode was titled Paging Dr. Nipples. Because Dr. Nichols is letting the girls out to breathe a little bit.
Such an easy joke, Dr. Nipples.
I didn't make that. I mean, I did.
know.
The title, the episode is titled Paging Dr.
I know. It's so
good.
easy.
Oh, because
So
Gary
easy.
said it. Gary said it. Yeah. She's just freeing the nipple. Free the nip. And she absolutely is. I'm here for it. I don't know why we have to blur that sort of thing out. It's nature.
Well, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that when they zoomed in, they tried to blur it. I saw a nippy, like the nip sticker on the other boob.
So you think this was a little editing trick to
Yeah.
make it seem like we're seeing nipple?
I'm pretty sure that it wasn't the blur nip. It was the nip that was out was blurred, but you could
Yeah.
see the other boob. And I'm pretty sure she had the nip stickers on.
I mean,
I might be wrong, guys. I might be wrong.
You
but
could be wrong. She's also a drunk. At least she was on this charter. So maybe she just put one nippy on and forgot to put the other.
That's very true because I feel like if you wear something like that, you just put the nippies on. I wear nippies.
Yeah. I just don't think it's fair, and life isn't fair, and I accept that. But I had to see Angela's nipple, basically.
Wow, that
during the
wasn't
tell-all.
an accident.
I know, but if I have to be subjected to that, show me Dr. Nichols' nipple. Okay? I'll be good.
I mean, we saw the blurred nipple.
In both cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Marcos has a 5-course meal planned. Of course he does.
It
Right.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And even with a nipple saying hello to him, he will still deliver this
Wow.
5-course. I love how he
Wow.
was like, the nipple's like, hello, Marcos.
But he could not find words for a bit. He's like, this is, yeah,
Yeah, he's got a nipple staring him in the face. It's hard to collect yourself in the face of a nipple.
okay. I mean, you're a dude, so.
Yeah, it catches you off guard when you're not expecting an unexpected nip, right? An unexpected nip. Well, whew, that'll That'll turn your day around.
All right.
Okay?
All right, Jonathan.
Okay.
You take it easy.
Let's talk about this meal because what a meal it was. And the first meal didn't come out until 10:45, but I would say worth the wait.
Beautiful.
Spanish tortilla with chorizo. Mediterranean branzino with scallops. Come on. Steak.
And the boob is out
Boob is
throughout
out.
this whole time.
That was the 6th course. The boob is out. And some poached pear with vanilla ice cream because why not?
Beautiful.
For
Beautiful.
dessert. And Dr. Nipples is so wasted. She doesn't even remember eating the main course.
She's like, is this a dessert?
We eat the main course already? She's flirting with Marcos. That's really her main focus. She's offering him a job.
She's like, we are looking for a chef. You come.
Yeah, not the kind of job he would probably accept from her. He'd probably take another kind of job, if you know what I'm talking about, Teresa. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
I know.
Teresa, you know what I'm talking about?
Unfortunately.
And then, as if the guests needed any more alcohol, Daisy comes out with Cafe Patron shots as an after-dinner drink. Yes.
I would drink that.
Yes. And if you give a mouse a cookie or a shot of Patron, they're going to want to party.
Oh, yeah.
And the guests start chanting like, music, music, music.
They're like, we want to go to the upper deck.
Give me some music and blankets.
Music and blankets and tequila.
Those two things, let me just say those two things don't go together.
I mean, you can dance in a blanket.
Yeah, but when you hear blankets, you hear time for bed. You hear, let's shut this thing down.
I would dance in a freaking blanket.
Music, blankets, music. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the doctor is so drunk.
Dr.
And
Nipples?
you can see her, it's like 1:45 a.m. And like she's trying to go downstairs back to her cabin.
She's trying to go to bed. Chris, though, her husband, is still trying to get the party started. He's trying to connect his Bluetooth. He wants to get the music while pouring himself $150 shots of tequila.
Oh yeah,
that bottle.
They took over the bar.
Yeah, and the way he was interacting with Daisy was no bueno.
No.
I would say that was.
And Daisy has some beef with Dino, who's the Mark Cuban.
Yes, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
it wasn't
like,
good.
he has no class. He's a moron. It's like he doesn't respect his wife. I just heard her saying it. I missed what he did.
I mean,
pick up on that?
he was throwing cash at Daisy.
What? I missed that.
I think he was getting a little handsy. He was clearly intoxicated and just yelling things and going behind the bar and grabbing bottles. It was not a pretty sight. It was not. And she, of course, Daisy handled it like a pro, but it was not. It was
Did
not
you
good.
hear Dr. Dr. Nichols
Dr.
went
Nipples.
downstairs and she like shut the door and you could hear her saying something about $60K.
She spent $60K. They apparently spent $60K on that charter.
Okay.
That's what it costs for the 3 days or however
Okay.
long. And I don't know if that's what it costs before the discount or after the discount, but they get a discount for filming.
They do?
Yes, of course. They're good.
So when you
Bravo's making
book
a
the
show off.
charter, do they offer you like, hey, do you want to be part of this filming? Or
Possibly.
how crazy are you? You want to be part of it?
Possibly. I don't know if I don't know if you book that boat and they go, okay, well, if you're booking it now, it's for filming, or if they reach out to people who have booked yachts and say, do you want to do this?
So do you think this crew does it without filming too?
You mean Dr. Nipples and her?
No. Daisy and co.
Not as a unit. I don't think they all work together. I think they probably get on that boat and they film every charter. I don't think there's a week where they're not filming. But I don't know. Let us know if you guys know. But that's it for the night, right? Mm-hmm. 5:51 a.m. the next morning, or actually that morning, because they partied until the wee hours of the morning.
Daisy went to bed at 3:10
Okay.
a.m.
Yes. And I think Marcos went to bed around a similar time, 2-ish, or
Yeah, he had to clean the kitchen.
he gets up, it's almost 6 a.m. and barely 4 hours of sleep for him. He starts making breakfast.
Ooh, too soon, Marcos.
Too soon. Daisy and Gary, they don't get up till around 10, right? But yes, the guests don't get up until 1:30. And so Marcos got up at, let's call it 6 a.m. The guests don't get up for 7 more hours. How pissed would you be?
Pissed.
I would be. That's almost an entire workday that he's up and the guests are not even there.
But he prepped everything.
Yeah, he got some work in, but I don't think he wasn't getting up to make breakfast for anyone. There was no one there to eat breakfast. I would be pretty pissed if I was him. But everyone ends up getting up. This is where we see Kelsey trying to set up the water sports, but Gary not too pleased with her abilities.
Now he has Barnaby. He's like,
Where's Barnacle?
Yes, my star.
But
Kelsey, you're too slow.
Where is Barnacle? Why was he not there to help? What's he busy doing? That's what I'm saying. We saw him for the first 20 minutes of the episode and never again.
Well, the deckhands have different sleeping schedule. They switch.
One's on, one's off.
Yeah. But I think they said Kelsey will be on at night for this charter. So
I don't know
she
where
should be sleeping.
I don't know where Barnacle is. The guests hit the water, and let me say this, and I hate to say this because I don't want to paint the wrong picture for you guys about who I am as a person or as a vacationer. Minus the assholery, minus the douchery, I would be these guests. I think I would run the same type of trip. Late nights, drinking hard, music, maybe not the blankets, music, sleeping in late, and water sports. I would do that. I wouldn't be up at 6 a.m. doing yoga on the deck. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That would not be.
I tried one day.
We would go hard in the paint at night.
Yeah.
We would shut it down. It would be 2:30 in the morning. We'd be singing karaoke, drinking tequila, and we'd sleep until 10 a.m.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep until 1 on the yacht.
That's a waste of money and just a waste of time. But till 10 a.m. And then I would get up and have a brunch and do water sports. We're not beach people. And then I would do it again. I would nap and then party at night and get the music and the drinks going. So I would do a very similar
we would
trip.
be nice.
But we would be nice, and that's the main difference. We'd be very nice.
Very nice. I would ask for Bloody Mary, but I don't need jumbo shrimp. Give me the shrimp that you have.
Have you ever had a bloody with shrimp in it? Mm-hmm. You have? Mm-hmm.
I don't mind when the shrimp is dipped in it. That's fine, but I just hate the dipped bacon.
Well, shrimp belong in
I am a Bloody Mary snob a little bit. I love a good Bloody Mary.
Okay.
I love a good one.
Sure. You like it spicy.
I love it spicy. I love when it's homemade. Like, I hate those fake ones. I mean, I'll freaking drink it.
What do you consider a fake? Well, we had a mix. What was it, Zhang? I think Zhang's a decent mix.
I mean, it's fine, but when I go out and we pay for it, I appreciate when it's homemade. Because you can tell.
Yeah. Well, there's cheap everything. And
yeah. I felt when we were in Nashville and I was drinking Bloodies in the morning because that's all they had. And whiskey, but I'm like, I cannot do whiskey at 10 a.m. And some of these bars, the typical Nashville bars, they're not gonna make you a homemade Bloody Mary. They put it in a freaking plastic cup, right?
It's just for time's sake.
Yeah, so those were drinkable, but not gourmet.
Yeah. So I take it back. I think I would be the nice charter guest, and then you would be the douche saying, no, make it fresh. Squeeze the grapes. I want fresh grape juice.
Squeeze the tomatoes.
Yeah. So the guests finish their water sports, once again start ordering these crazy cocktails, and I don't get it. And I guess that's where I would differ here too from these guests. Give me a case of beer. Give me 1 or 2 nice cocktails. Who's getting wasted off nice cocktails?
I'll make a point.
Make a point.
You pay for it. It's all inclusive
No, I get
with
that.
good alcohol. It's not like, you're going to a resort. It's all inclusive, but it's all shady brands.
No,
it's all inclusive with good shit.
But getting wasted off of fancy cocktails is the opposite of fancy. If you're getting wasted off nice martinis, that's not fancy. That's sloppy and that's trashy. Just grab a bucket of beer and get loose. Have a couple cocktails, but if you're on your 9th martini, what are we doing here, folks?
Yeah, you're gonna miss the whole day.
You're gonna miss the whole day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that guest, Dino, I think is still in need of that transfusion. So he's like, Daisy, go blend some grapes. You can make a fresh transfusion, make it organic, make it and tell me if I'm out of line here. But I feel like this is the first transfusion he's probably ever had. He probably heard about it last weekend. Maybe he tried a transfusion last weekend and now he can't stop talking about it. Or he read about it in Time Out magazine or something and now he acts like it's his drink.
I don't think it's a very European drink.
He's not European. He's from Jersey.
Yeah, I know. I think he drinks transfusion, but I think he gets the regular grape juice you buy at the supermarket, right?
To me, it was reeking of, oh yeah, someone just told me about this drink last weekend, so I'm going to order it all the time now. And he's trying to make it his drink, and he's had it once, and now he's like, transfusion!
I mean, maybe he just found something out, he likes it, that's fine. But what's not fine that he's going to make her juice grapes?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's better than I could see him making Daisy feed him grapes.
Imagine if he asked her to peel the grapes and then juice them.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous, Teresa.
And I've done it. I peeled grapes. I don't remember why. Oh, someone had allergies to the freaking skin.
So don't eat the grapes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it was some of the kids I used to babysit. They made me
Don't eat the
peel
grapes, kids.
the grapes.
Are grapes that good even? They're all right. They're pretty good.
I love grapes.
Which ones? Green or purple?
Both. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends when I'm drinking.
Grapes are pretty good. And I had this thought and I made this note and then I think Daisy or someone said it. This group is not going to leave a great tip. Let's just call it right now. This group is not leaving. This is a Chuck and Erica style
Well, I
tip.
think it's going to be better. I mean, Chuck and Erica left,
Well,
what,
6,000? That was atrocious.
Maybe these guys will left like 18K, 18 to 20K, I think.
What? Well, let's
Because
get
I
our
think
guessing. Let's get our guessing.
Unless things go bad.
Let's get our guessing. What do you think? You just shouted it out.
I'm going to say 18 to 20.
18 to 20. I'm going to go. I want to say 9. I'm saying 12. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to say 9. I'm saying 12. You're saying 18?
To 20.
No, there's no range here. You give a number.
All right, 18.
18. I'm going 12. We'll see. Okay. So the guests, they call it a day. They get ready for dinner. And Daisy's like, well, we don't have a stew yet. Barnacle, come on over here. Become a stew. Start squeezing limes. They start prepping the boat for dinner.
Oranges.
Limes.
He was squeezing oranges.
I thought he was prepping for margaritas for the next day.
Yeah,
or something.
you put orange juice in marks.
Nah, sometimes if you're fancy, I guess. Mainly limes.
You don't put lemon.
No limes.
No, he was squeezing orange juice.
Okay. All right.
I saw it and I put it down. I actually wrote down, Barnaby is in the kitchen helping juice oranges.
All right. I wrote limes, but one of us is right. Maybe neither of us are right. We
Who
won't.
knows?
So they're all prepping the boat for dinner, and cut to 10 o'clock at night when Daisy asks one of the guests, "You guys gonna be ready for dinner in like 10 minutes? I know we talked about dinner around 10 o'clock," and he's like, "We'll be ready at 11."
11:50. Make it 11:50.
Make it what's the rush? What's the rush?
Which honestly is true. They are on a vacation. It's
Sure.
an all-inclusive boat, yacht, right?
Yeah.
If they want a dinner at 11:15, unfortunately, that's what they get.
No, that's what they get, but you're going to complain about spending $60,000 or say you're spending $60,000 like it's a lot for you, which it is for almost everyone. But then make the most of it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm spending $60,000 and then sleep until 2 p.m." You're wasting your money. So you're going to have dinner at 11:30 and you're going to sleep again until
True.
2 o'clock the next day. It's kind of a waste. That's my issue.
They can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. I just don't think it's smart. That's all. That's where the episode ends.
True.
I think there's going to be more wildness to come.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
More wildness to come. Yeah, this was a great episode. It was all
Great
it was all
app,
over the
guys.
place.
Great app.
Here's how you know it was a good episode, at least in my book. Why do you think it was a good episode first? Let me ask you.
Because it delivered. It wasn't boring. We got some new faces. And I was being entertained.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay. I think it was a good episode because there wasn't much crew drama. I think when it gets to crew drama, it's a little less interesting to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it too.
I like the crew drama.
I'll take any drama.
I like the crew drama. But when it's just guests going ham and they don't give a fuck and they're going nuts and ordering drinks and yelling, and that's when the show is the best for me.
You see, I like the crew drama.
You like the whole, I hooked up with you, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just over because that's what we've had the past couple episodes,
Yeah.
and there was no guest drama, and now we got guest drama. Mm-hmm. So I like it. I'll take any drama. That's why we watch these shows. But for me, this was a breath of fresh air, and I loved it.
That was great.
I loved it. Maybe my favorite episode of the season, if not top 2.
I think
would
it's
say.
like top 3.
I mean, Chuck and Erica, of course,
Classic.
delivered. And then this just, loved it. Loved it. Hope you guys loved it. Couple more housekeeping items here. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod, right? You can message us. You can check out our memes. You can stay up to date with all things Married to Reality, the news. Who knows what we're going to post there, but you should be following it so you know what we post there.
Yes.
Also, make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. So easy to do. Look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash like it's as hot as hopefully the new episode that's coming next week. Next week.
Uh-oh. You're tongue-tied already. You're so
Too
excited
much
about
rose.
it. Yeah. Also,
Next week.
we got merch. We don't talk about it too much, but it's for the real fans out there, the friends out there. MarriedToRealityPodcast.com. There's a button for the store. We got hoodies. We got glasses, like pint glasses to drink because we're alcoholics, not sunglasses. We're not Warby Parker. We're Married to Reality.
I would
That's
wear
an idea.
sunnies.
That's an
I would
idea.
love to get sunnies.
I'll say I'm sorry, but I'm not taking off my sunglasses. We should look into the sunglasses, but there's shirts and hoodies and all that good stuff. So check it out, MarriedToRealityPodcast.com. Check out the store. And thank you again for the reviews. If you leave a 5-star review, we will read it on the main podcast.
Yes.
So if you can rate, review, we love it. So thank you in advance for that. That's it. I think I've said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it all.
All right. That means we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.